Being gray, there's ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 36 yards on the play.
Well, they didn't do a lot there to fool anyone. They just came right out and ran the football, but with great success. And that's the way you want to get things started. A nice quick opener for a big gain.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. His throw incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Cousins. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Vontae Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. In motion left comes Brown. Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the option to give to Swift here. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets your point in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They go play action with Hurts. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Trying to find Jordan Addison that time, and it's 3rd and 5. You look at this Eagle defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on, top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener, didn't allow much of anything at all through the air, so now they come into Week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Out route here, going to Hunt. He's got it. Down the sideline he goes. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Hunt. Great footwork, but still wrangled. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
70 Rangers. Go.
2nd and 3. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I pinned the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1. And he's hoping on the road to glory.
Check it.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kareem Hunt, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
63.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
go. Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game two, so I would agree with you totally on that.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Drop 50. Drop 50.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 1. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
Ready?
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 76 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Ready?
Hunt will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He'll drop to throw. This ball complete to Rager. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Okay, ready?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that the defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise. And now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
third and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. And he completes it to Hunt. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Here's
a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Right here. 79 Broncos.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando.
Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Stop made there by Brian Asamoah.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On first down, Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Second down, here's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Throwing is Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
4th down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Hunt. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. They run for it with Hunt. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now they'll shift things around.
19 tight. 19 tight. Hey, smash Broncos. Hurt. 7 Pirates.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
They've been trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Handoff right side to Wangu. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back to Nwangu again on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Cowboy 80.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 5 now, second and a yard. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
They run again with Hunt. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 119 yards on the ground for him now as he's here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Alert! Alert! Flag!
On the counter, Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And even with the loss on 1st down, they did a nice job holding on to the football. And they can still run it 2 more times and take some time off the clock and even take some of the timeouts away from the defense and then possibly kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. They're in a great spot.
Let's go now.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Off the RPO, he completes it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They get this out left. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3.
Eagles 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. On their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
73, Miami.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes was about their strategy.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Osborne motions left.
19 Lions. Third.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Take it at the 37. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here comes 2nd down.
63.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. He's into space past the 25. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save the timeout. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
16-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. He's back to throw. Going across the middle, and Dallas got it. Touchdown! Dallas got it. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Well, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Kene Nwangu. 1 man to beat.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset The guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Come on.
Here we go. First and goal. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. On second down, right back to Hunt. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
This is first and 10.
Hey, let's go.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's complete to Brown. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Go Silver, ready?
They'll look to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's first and 10. He'll look to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Jalen Hurts with another touchdown rushing. 13 touchdowns, led all quarterbacks last year on the ground. No one else had more than 8. And, of course, we all remember the 3-touchdown game in the Super Bowl. So called running plays or scrambles, Jalen Hurts is dangerous.
Elliott on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's first and 10.
Cut 19. Go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Final minute. One timeout remaining. First and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Okay,
another try, second and 10 now.
18 ready. Dragon 60.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dive, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dive?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fourth down now defensively. Charles, you know they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's first down.
73.
They go play action with Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And you certainly have to applaud the effort here. They're not settling for overtime. They're trying to get in position to win it with a late field goal. That takes some guts. But this one is going to wind up incomplete.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Hurts. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle to Smith. He's across midfield and all the way down to the 41-yard line. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a first throw here in overtime. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught at the 25. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones. And that's what he had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through? It's going to give you the play we saw to win the game. But I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.